Alrighty. Hey again, guys. So this is game 2 for today, and we have a hover match featuring Halul and Dr. Fish representing teams Bandow and the other two, and The End, respectively. So just a quick note on these players. So Halul has a mid-30 PB, and he's a reputable RTA runner. He's done the ATR and Hundo categories, and we have Dr. Fish over here, who last night had the best hover run of the tournament, clocking in at a 29.56, I believe. So he had a massive improvement there, and he's been working very hard with his hover time trials. So we'll see how it shakes out in today's match. And these two are fairly close in skill, so anything can go here. So Ancient Lake, it's quite tricky to cut through the grass to catch that blue balloon because of the way hover works, because you always have to snake. So there's a good chance you can just worm around it and miss it entirely. Okay, we'll got it this time. When he got it again. Oh, a double blue. Finishing with a 46, and Fish with a 47, so we're keeping it pretty close. Now Fossil Canyon. Fairly basic course for hover. Not really much in blue balloons here, just only one, and they might not even go after it. So it plays, other than that, it plays kind of similarly to time trials. And both players opting to ignore that blue balloon. Right, Fish going to the upper hill and Bull opting for the bottom. Can't really make up the times there, but it looked like they pretty much had the similar thing. Halul opting to go for the balloon this time. Each with a slightly stronger second lap, and they're still quite neck and neck, literally. A quarter second from there. Oh, then Fish kind of hit the wall there. But pretty much made it back just by having slightly stronger hover here. Fish with 113, Halul with the 114. Keeping it like a second apart from each other. So Jungle Falls can be a little bit technical, especially at the later end bit. You're going through the tunnel with clean snaking and getting through this like dinosaur bone area. It can be quite easy to hit those things right after hitting the zipper. Both having 19 first laps. And another thing about hover when it comes to boosting, hover benefits, or rather depends a whole lot more on chain boosting to go fast, because you don't get much just off of one solid boost. Like, you pretty much have to hold A quite quickly after using a boost, but if you can chain boosts with hover, it does so much more for speed than... I mean, it benefits car and plane as well, but hover is quite dependent on boost chaining to go super fast. So Fish with a 55 and Halul with a 56. Again, keeping it super close here. This might be another Andy and Dr. Fish match here. Keeping it hyper close to the end. But one thing with these hover players is a lot of them are pretty much in the skill to go, if they haven't had a 29 yet, they're going to get one. And the top running player has had a high 29, so there's got 6 hover players who are pretty much could contest for who's the top hover player, and it's quite ridiculous. And the stats show that too. There's no one hover player that is dominating all the others. They're all like taking turns beating each other. And it's quite entertaining to watch. So Hot Top Volcano is quite rough on the hands. I find like it is a little bit of a long hover track, and there's not too much in boosting aside from the end, and it's not super, I don't think it's super beneficial to go for the blue balloons on the left side just because the terrain is a bit annoying and you can clip into stuff, which is annoying. And there's already enough things to clip in here. Aside from that, they're both still kind of neck and neck. They're both kind of doing similar mistakes, keeping the same pace regardless of what they're doing here. Halul finishing with a 127 and Fish with 130. So Halul gained a little bit of time here, but nothing significant. Right, so Treasure Caves is up. Similar to Card, the challenge here for these guys is trying to find a good spot to use the blue balloon and not make any mistakes while going to do it. I think, well, it seems like Will's going to opt to use the blue balloon at the end here and try and chain these ground zipper, the blue balloon, in the two. But as you can see, it's very hard to steer your hover when you're going ultra fast because you have to rely on snaking to keep that fast as well. It's super hard to line yourself up with the zipper while constantly wiggling around like that. Oh, good. Halul managed to use the blue balloon before he hit that red one. And he finishes with a 52. That is good. And Fish with a 55. So we'll gain another 3 seconds on Fish here. So now we have Crescent Island. There's no blue balloons on this track, so this pretty much can play like time trials. And well, neither player opting to go going for the left side instead of going to the right. If you were to go to the right side of Crescent Island on first lap, you can get more bananas. But I guess if you go to the left, you can hit the zipper. But looking long term, it'd probably be better to get more bananas. But I guess Fish went to the ship to get the extra bananas, so that's where he's going to get those from. Which I guess is one way of doing it. We'll see how the times compare in the end. Damn, Halul gets through there quite cleanly with a mid 24. That is strong. Oh, Fish with a low 24. Okay. Having very strong second laps here. Wolf with a 119 and Fish with a 117. So Fish catches up a little bit here. And now this course and the next course are going to be natural hover courses. You will see them in ATR and Hundo. And they're quite difficult, especially this course, because it is completely dependent on chaining boosts and zippers to keep your speed. Now both of them looking like neck and neck right now here. Fish with a stronger first lap, allowing him to pretty much take the lead now. When Fish gets that triple connection between the two blue balloons and the zipper. Very fast if you can get all those together. 018 and I-18 for these guys, pretty good. Alright, Halul finishing 57, not bad, and 57. Okay, so they pretty much stalemated on this track. They're still so close. Alright, Whale Bay. One annoying thing about this course is a lot of people have a hard time managing the whale. It could sometimes it seems like you just can't hop off the whale in the right time and you just get stuck on the ship. Hello gets on pretty cleanly, even flipping a little bit, and Fish getting a little bit of a harder clip, but the whale is kind of a tricky to deal with, trying to find the right time to hop off the whale so you don't flip into the ship. Oh, Fish overshooting the blue balloon and unable to get it. It can happen sometimes. You can build up quite a bit of speed there, just randomly. I think there's some terrain that could just launch you if you're not careful. And on the third lap, the whale usually stays up, so quite a bit easier to get through on that. So a 52 for Hello, that's pretty good. And a 55 flat from Fish, so Hello getting about 2.5 seconds of a lead here. It's still super close, and now we're getting into the trickier courses and the long courses. So a lot more room for mistakes. So pendulum can swing quite wildly one way or the other through here, and from here onward. And this last area of Everfrost Peak is where it all counts here. You don't bonk, and you can get all the zippers and blue balloons are flying. And if you don't, you probably are suffering. Both opening with 26s here. Okay. 25-second lap. 24, so Fish catching up a little bit here. Ooh, nice clean entry into the aerial zipper. Alright, last big stretch here. Bull gets through cleanly, and Fish gets through even cleaner. And wow. Fish with a 115. I think we'll add 117 or 118, but either way, he pretty much made it caught up, and now they're like neck and neck again, keeping it pretty much a second apart. And we're into the 10th course, so we're about halfway in, and nothing's changed. They're still neck and neck. Let's go. So Oaks Cove is a fairly long course. And this little midsection here, you could probably handle it in one of two ways. You can either kind of go through those little hills where the trees are hugging the walls, or you could probably just go through the middle and catch that blue balloon for a little extra speed. I think either method is acceptable. But in time trials, you definitely want to hug the little small walls because they'll keep you launched and in the air with good speed. It's so hard to kind of like whip yourself around that midsection without hitting the wall. It requires such a precise angle. Oh wow, Fish with a low 30 and low 32. So now Fish is taking the lead now. Very strong Ross Cove performance from him. Oof, got shot. It does happen a lot. I feel like every time you pass a PC, you have the small chance of being shot, and they can just be dicks and just shoot you whatever because they can. But either way, though, he's still finishing with a 136, so that's pretty good. And Hello with a 139. So Fish gained 3 seconds on him. Stubble Valley, quite a short course and lots of opportunities to boost. So let's see how they handle it. And the snowballs, they can crush you, stop all your momentum, keep you on the spot. So that's kind of the only real dangerous thing about this course, but aside from that, it's not too bad. The whole going through the second lap pretty strongly. Oh, wow, he pinballs through and manages to get the blue balloon too. That's good. Oh, and he gets the connection. Wow, what a strong finish from Halul here. With a 48 and a 53. Wow, Halul just swung that. This is what I mean about these like later courses. Like, there's a lot of mistakes you can make. So if you have a clean play and your opponent doesn't, you can catch up to them so easily. Frosty Village is a good example. Another here too, because if they can handle the triple zipper in the village area, that's an opportunity to get quite ahead, because it's notoriously difficult to pull that off. Hello with the blue balloon here. I am not sure when you would want to use that. I've never seen someone use the blue balloon here for Hover Frosty Village. Alright, so both on lap 2. Both now neck and neck again. What a tug of war these guys are having. I'm pretty sure a lot of these hover matches are going to play out like this, because 6 of the players are so close in skill level. It really could be like anything goes here. Must be nerve-wracking, honestly. But despite that, they're still playing quite strong. Like, I haven't seen any like colossal mistakes from either player, so they're giving it all they got here. Okay, so Fish finishing off with a 127, and Halul with a 131. So Fish now gains 4 seconds on him after Halul had 5 seconds on Fish. Net worth like 1 second difference. My gosh, it's the second. It comes down to the second. Tell you, ridiculous. Haunted Woods, another course that doesn't feature a blue balloon, and you can hit that one zipper that all the hover players are kind of ignoring, but it requires you to kind of hop onto it, which is kind of difficult and requires a good understanding of spacing when you jump with your hover while going at a certain speed. But it's not you don't lose too much speed from not going for that zipper, but it is kind of leaving like a potential 3-4 seconds on the table otherwise, though. But I imagine they may pick up those strats later down the line when they want to keep pushing their hover times down, because they'll all want to do that. Alright, so Fish looking like he's got quite a bit of lead here, finishing off with a mid-55. Halul finishing with the mid-57, so Fish gained another 2 seconds on him. But one thing to note off the statistics, a lot of Fish's times were in his strongest at like the later levels, so from here on. So he does have a bit of an advantage here over Halul, but Halul's also, again, very strong player, and he's still keeping it close regardless of how well Fish is doing, so very exciting here. And Windmill Plains, a very long course, not potentially too difficult. There's just there are some areas where it's quite like where Fish is coming up to here, trying to gain enough speed to hit that ring zipper, and he hits that quite cleanly. And Halul kind of, I think, just hopped over that one ground zipper by mistake and just didn't get enough speed to even bother hopping for that ring zipper. But it's a fairly difficult trick. Right, so Fish with a low 31, solid. Oh, and he didn't get the ring zipper that time, but he still has the blue balloon to kind of sort of make up for lost speed. And Halul starting his 3rd lap here. Will he opt for that blue balloon? Yes, he will. Alright, Fish finishing out with a 141. Looks like he's gonna kind of run away with a bit of a large lead on Halul here after this. So, and he's finishing with a 149. It's like 8 seconds there. And Greenwood is definitely one of the tracks Fish is quite strong at. Yeah, I think he has the fastest time here so far. But there's still many opportunities for Halul to get ahead here. '27 start from Fish, quite strong. And what are we looking from Halul here? And a high 29, so yeah, Fish catching a few more seconds away from him. Oof, hit that oil slick. Sometimes like oil slicks are just put in places where you just can't dodge it, and you're just gonna have to accept that you're gonna get hit, but it doesn't happen too often, so you can kind of just keep going anyway. Okay, and Fish finishing with a 121. I think that's pretty much his fastest time here as well. So that is incredibly strong. He's looking to run away with more of the lead here too. As Halul gets a 124, so another 3 seconds widening the gap here. Now we get to Boulder Canyon. This is the last natural hover course in the game. There's only 3: Boulder Canyon, Pirate Lagoon, Whale Bay. Those are the only 3 that are like native hover, and the other 17 are hover courses you'll never see in adventure mode or ATR, which I find pretty interesting. It's kind of like a whole different game. It's like post-game stuff. All of the extra hover courses are quite difficult too. Same with plane and car. All the extra stuffs are not easy, which makes it really fun. It's like playing the game on hard mode when it's already hard. Fish with a mid 25-second lap, pretty strong. And one thing about both the Boulder Canyon, the ideal strat is to try and get a double blue and a blue to like launch yourself through that upper ramp out of the bridge and like pretty much into the tunnel area, and then you'll have like these. Oh, a Fish with a 118, really good. It's kind of hard to explain some of these strats on the fly. Some of them are a bit complicated. I'll ignore that. Halul with a 121, so Fish gaining another 3 seconds on Halul. And now we're into Space Dust Alley, notoriously difficult. Bonks can happen, nasty bonks can happen anywhere. Anything goes here. We'll see if Halul can bring it back here. But Fish looking really strong and not wanting to let go of his lead as he gets a triple blasting through that area. And Halul thankfully misses the magnets, but keeps his double blue. So he's going to get the triple as well. Very easy to lose your boost because there's a bunch of balloons that could be in your way that aren't blue. Especially this magnet one, which Fish just ran right through. It's quite hard. I mean, it's smack dab right in the center. And then the magnet balloon is like the worst item in the game. Doesn't have any consistent properties to it. It just works and it doesn't. Doesn't even matter how strong the magnet is either. Fish with a 32-second lap. I think that's really strong. Super strong. Oh, and kind of getting caught on the side there. Oh, and they're having a bit of pinball through the tunnel there. Oh, I think I kind of got clipped on there. Side. So 36. So he gets the 2 double blues, and oh, he went smack dab through the middle too. It's so hard because if you don't go through the middle, you're very likely to hit the wall instead. So you just kind of have to hope you worm through it there correctly. Oh wow, some of the PCs kind of plopped onto the side. I've never seen that. They usually plop down right there. All right, so Fish on Dark Moon, and Dark Moon is the longest hover. I mean, it's the longest course in the game in general, so it's longest for car and for hover. I mean, you spend a third of your time just riding loops, which isn't too bad, I guess. And the other time you're going through a bunch of narrow pathways and dodging lasers and oil slicks and all that good stuff. So a good time for this course, I haven't really been talking about good times just because I'm not too familiar with good hover times, but remember for this one, getting like low 150s is quite good here. So let's see what they come out with. Okay, Lowell opening up with 38. It's okay. Fish with 37. I think that's an okay time. Alright, a 36, a stronger lap from Hello. Fish looking to finish with a 150. Quite good, quite good. Let's go. Hello, about to enter the final loops. Fish entering Star City, which is notoriously difficult for hover course. A lot of hover players don't like it. There's some zippers that are very tricky to get, especially the one coming out of this tunnel, which Fish is about to go through. And we'll just finish Dark Moon. I'm about to start Star City. And Fish with quite a strong lead here. He has 24 seconds on Hello here. And unless... Well, this will come down to whether or not Fish decides to do the shortcut or not. Because if he does the shortcut, he could risk missing a trigger and losing colossal amounts of time there. We've seen that happen multiple times, I believe. Or he can go this straight route and risk being caught up in the chute area, launching him up into that main port area. So those are the only two ways he can lose crazy amounts of time. But either way, both players are still having a super strong match. Both still in Star City. Oh, Hello missing the zipper and then getting hit by a mine, very unfortunate. Star City can also be notorious for having mines, oil slicks, and it's already difficult enough just to navigate the course well. Fish is going to finish in a 137, also very strong. And I think he's pretty much on pace for a very low 30 here. Which is also quite strong, Oh, he missed the zipper again. It's so annoying to like having this nice elegant snaking and then just completely miss the zipper. It sucks. But he still finishes with a 139, which is pretty good despite missing like a lot of zippers there. Now he's off to the final course. Fish is still about to close out in his first lap here. And it did seem like Fish is just going for the normal strategy. I think it's the safer strat, honestly. Like, I mean, I think the shortcut saves a little bit of time, but not enough that I think it's worth doing over. But I mean, players have their preferences, and it's always nice to see different strategies producing pretty much similar results here. Fish is making it through the the chutes pretty well. And he'll also go opting for the normal strategy here. Oh no, I think he's doing the shortcut. Okay, I see him wrong lane, so I guess he's doing the shortcut thing. Oh wow, damn! You could just whip your hover around like in a snap. That was pretty cool. All right, so Fish makes it through the chute all 3 times, so he's pretty much got the win cleared out for him. It's the wall there a little bit, but it's alright. The hardest part of that was over, and was that a computer that was just kind of chilling off to the side there? Okay, never mind. Oof. Alright, so Fish is going to finish with a 30.06. That was only 10 seconds off his PB, so that's another insane run from Fish. He is quite a threat in hover now. Like, quite a threat. Well done. And Hello finishing here pretty soon here himself, looking to also be in the 30s here. Almost 30, 37. Also a very strong run from Hello. I think that's his PB, if not quite close. I think he tied his PB. Very well done from both players. Okay, so let's get these guys into commentary. Or, sorry, interview. Hear their thoughts on their performance. Very strong. Hello, Mr. Fish. Congratulations on your win.
Thanks, buddy.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I think like this one I only had like 2 tracks where I'd just be like, that was bad. This time it was Hot Top, and this time Hot Top went really rough. I had a lot of issues. And I don't know, maybe I didn't have a second really bad track. I mean, I had a really good space dust. I was super happy with that.
Oh yeah, you had like, you were pretty much playing cleanly like the whole time. So like, barring like a couple of nasty bonks here and there, like overall you played really well.
Thanks, yeah. Obviously,
Hello, how are you doing? That was a pretty strong run for you as well.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like I played terrible, but I tied my PB, so I guess that means I can get a big PB.
Yep.
Yeah. Seems like you're also en route for 29.
I would like to get one before the end of the tournament.
Yep, I believe you can.
Sure. So, any last thoughts from you guys before we move on to... I think we have another match coming up pretty shortly.
Yeah, there is one more, I'm pretty sure.
No, just congrats Fish on the win. I'm gonna hop off now, but yeah, hopefully I can play better next time and get a 29.
Yeah, man, you got this. Congrats on at least tying your PB.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, this next one's exciting. It's gonna be Joe versus Ben.
Oh wow, the top 2. Well, previously the top 2 favorites to be like having the fastest hover time. So let's see how those 2 shake it out.
Yep, that'll be really exciting. Thank you for restreaming. Thanks for commentating. I will see you all next race.
Yeah, take care. But yeah, stand by, guys. In a short bit, we will have Joe D'Amelio versus Dollar Ben in another hover match. Stay tuned.